I talk a lot of in my own work as a leadership coach and trainer about the power of purpose, right? Daniel Pink says we're looking for autonomy, mastery, and purpose. We don't want to be managed. We want to be led. We want to keep learning, and we want to feel that we're contributing to something bigger than ourselves. And it feels to me like that is something that, whether by accident or by design, you have been practicing for a long time.
It was by necessity. So it's not necessarily like on purpose. The larger organizations that you run, the more you have to delegate and give people autonomy. If you're running a mom and pop shop, you can afford to not delegate anything. Do what I say, do it this way, and never vary. And you can have success. We had great success at Edelman Leather, um, really kind of running it like a fiefdom, a autocracy. And it was a smaller business. And remember the story, create the romance, but we ran the show. We made every decision. At Design Within Reach, you have people everywhere across the country. You have people at every level. You have different teams doing imaginative things on different days, and very, very creative and very different. If you didn't give them power, first of all, they'd leave. And second of all, they do it better than you. Like, I couldn't do the things that they were doing, and I had to take a deep breath, release and turn over to them, and work alongside them, and not, every night when they do the photo shoot, picking apart every little thing, but working with them to always, make sure that everything they do is for the greater good of the business and to the theme of the business. So, tiny businesses are one thing, larger businesses are totally different, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree with you more. But creating that connection between the day-to-day job and the overall purpose, and kind of
Yes.
giving that story and purpose, is so key, right?
Yes. That's why, I would say if you can speak in superlatives and tell the truth, you've won. And if someone can stand up straight and say, we have the largest collection of, whatever in the world, we have the quickest turnaround, the biggest stock, we are the only people focused on this. Those are amazing, powerful words if you're telling the truth. And I believe that in every business that we've run, we'll be able to say those things.
Yeah, and it's a fine line, isn't it, between superlatives and hyperbole, right?
It's a fine line, but if you have to believe what you're saying, and
Yeah.
you know, I love the fact that 67% of all statistics are false. Um, so like people play with those kind of numbers, and you hear the hard sellers saying, what if I told you you can increase sales by 97? That's hyperbole. And
Yeah.
authentic stories are what makes the world go around. I always told the people pay millions of dollars to create the stories that we have that are authentic. Like, when you can tell the stories of Charles and Ray Eames and Cranbrook and the Royal Danish Academy and all these different things, and tell the truth, oh my goodness. When
Yeah.
Jeffrey Burnett, really did race different designers that rode motorcycles, and broke his bone, so he had to develop a lounge chair to make himself comfortable. And he dreamed that when he was in the airport lounges, they were better, and this chair was meant for that. And that's a true story. That's kind of cool. It's actually really cool.